Hello again, comrades in the flick, lovely movie buffs and silver screen critics. Welcome to Box Office Africa, where we discuss everything Nollywood and motion pictures locally and globally. We marched into March with the release of one of the biggest box office series, and we ended the month with yet another amazing movie, all streaming on Netflix. The movie we'll be talking about today is titled Afamefuna, Nwa Boi Story, an Igbo language movie originally released on December 1st, 2023 and dropped on Netflix on March 30th, 2024. It looks at the rich cultural heritage and Igbo apprenticeship that even caught the attention of Harvard University, as shown in the intro of the movie. The story is about a young man who left his home in the East on a sojourn to find financial attainment. A typical story in almost every home in Igbo land, most notably after the brutal 30-month war where they lost virtually everything and took up trading to build up their lives. A story about resilience, the drive and hunger to surmount obstacles, and the beauty of the Igbo entrepreneurial spirit and enterprise, a trait that is present in every Igbo man. Stan Nze assumes the lead role in this flick and is cast as Afamefuna, a young, vivacious, dedicated, honest and hardworking young man who through the Igbo apprenticeship system rose above all odds to become a celebrated and highly successful businessman. Ekubo is cast as Polo, another Nwa boy or apprentice under the tutelage of Odogu. He is streetwise and takes advantage of his privilege as the most senior Nwa boy to explore even beyond his boundaries. Kanayo is cast as Odogu, a successful businessman who takes under his belt other youngsters whom he guides through the hoops of what it entails to be a successful businessman. Is respectable and his contentment quite remarkable. This virtue helps him in making exceptional decisions that makes his longevity in the business possible. Segun played the role of CSP Gidado, a hawk-eyed police detective who is a polyglot or bilingual in this case. He speaks both Igbo and the Hausa language so fluently, an admirable quality that makes his character an interesting one to watch. Atlanta Bridget Johnson is cast as Amaka. She's the beautiful daughter of the boss Odogu, highly doted and pampered by her father. She is caught in a love triangle between Afamefuna and Polo, a dangerous dalliance with unassuming consequences. Paul Wandiekwe was cast as young Afam. Chidera Paul played the role of young Polo. We had other casts who made cameo appearances like Noble Igwe and Jide Kene Achufusi, as well as Esodike. Story by Olawuni Fajemirokun, Yinka Ogo, Kehinde Joseph, Alabi Omobayowa, and Kenechukwu Egboe. The screenplay was by Anyanwu Sandra Adora, DOP Emmanuel Igbekele, produced by Olawuni Fajemirokun, Alabi Omobayowa, as well as Kenechukwu Egboe. Executive producer Olawuni Fajemirokun and Kenechukwu Egboe. Director Kayode Kasum. The Igbo apprenticeship system, commonly known as Nwa Boi system, was extensively explored in this movie. It gives a more in-depth look into how the system helped elevate the Igbos after experiencing a brutal 30-month civil war. It also tells the story of commitment, the strong, indefatigable spirit seen in every Igbo that props him forward, granting him the will to surmount obstacles, survive, endure, and flourish. Here, Afam, regardless of his situation as one who lost his father at a young age, dropped out of school when he was in class 4, heading to Lagos and passing through the system to get the blessing of his Oga after serving him dutifully. Stan Nze brought his A-game to the fore, breathing life into the role. His interpretation, courage and cadence, especially in speech and delivery of his lines, were truly exceptional. I loved his calm demeanor and crisis management skills, especially when caught in a conundrum. Ekubo made this flick even more thicker and relatable with his beautiful portrayal of the role of an embittered Nwa boy who lost his traction and trajectory when his junior in the trade was settled before him. I loved his expressions. He was just everywhere and did his thing. Kanayo again captured the essence of casting veterans who have walked the entire gamut of the industry. His role as Odogu was an interesting one. I love how he perfectly captured the very essence and definition of the Igbo entrepreneurial spirit and acumen. Segun Nze, another veteran, added this amazing aroma to the plot. His transition was perfect. I love the ease with which he moved from an Igbo-speaking detective to a Hausa, back to English and then to Igbo seamlessly. He was the man to watch in this movie. I love that veterans like Segun are still strutting their stuff and showing the newbies what it takes to be an exceptional thespian. The role of Amaka, played by Atlanta Bridget Johnson, was not a bad one. Her lack of fluency or ability in speaking the Igbo language did not affect her depiction. At least the continuity got it right here. The younger versions of Afam and Polo did not disappoint. All were good actors. Kudos to the director Kayode Kasum for putting this story together in a didactic and interesting manner. It is commendable when you consider the fact that he's not from the eastern part of the country, but regardless, his artistic and directorial ingenuity came to the fore. One aspect I kinda have issues with was the casting. The younger versions of Afam and Polo were older than 17. The transition from boys to men was so close to making it believable. I found the love triangle between Amaka, the daughter of the boss, who I believe in the real and ideal situation is inaccessible, and Polo, then later Afam, to be a bit, or should I even say unbelievable. Aside from these flaws, Kayode Kasum delivered an amazing story and his directorial skills was beautiful and exceptionally remarkable. An AMVCA deserving performance, I must say. The camera angles were amazing as well. It was subtle, yet the depth and feel were brilliant. The DOP Emmanuel Igbekele delivered a nice job and deserved a good part on the back. Sound design gets an A, though I'd love to see more infusion of the Igbo folk music and other sound paraphernalia that defines the Igbo. There were also no ambient noises. Every actor's speeches were not disrupted by loud music. Kudos to the sound people for this achievement. Afamefuna is a story of hard work and resilience. It gives an insight into an average Igbo's communal and filial responsibility. Afamefuna is a beautiful story, properly told and exceptionally interpreted. The use of a good ensemble cast of both new and most sought-after acts and a blend of veterans gave the movie this sophistication that is enlivening. It gets an 8.0 out of 10, the highest so far in our rating system. Have you watched Afamefuna? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Was the movie properly graded? Was it worth the hype as well as the rating it got? Again, thanks for watching and don't forget to hit the like button to appreciate our effort. We also urge you to subscribe to the channel to always be ahead of new updates from our stables. Till next time, ciao.